Good afternoon, everyone. The second part of our report in financial statement analysis is all about the cash flow statement analysis and the gross profit variance analysis. When we say cash flow statement analysis, it involves examining the inflows and outflows of cash within a business over a specific period. So technically, we are going to determine the amount of kung ilan ba yung pera na or yung cash na pumapasok sa business at ilan din yung cash na ilalabas ng business within a specific period of time. Usually, those cash inflow and cash outflow is from the three main section of the cash flow statement, which are from the operating activities, from investing activities, and from the financing activities. The cash flow statement analysis provides insights into a company's financial health, liquidity, and ability to generate cash. So within the three main section of the cash flow statement, there is a cash inflow and there is also a cash outflow. For example, sa section ng operating activities, meron doong nakalagay na cash inflow and cash outflow. When we say cash inflow, it is the money that comes into a business or individual's position. Ito yung cash na pumapasok sa business. It represents the receipt of cash, which are from various sources such as sales, investments, borrowings, or any other transactions that brings money into the entity. While if we're going to say cash outflow, it is the money that flows out of a business. Ito naman yung cash na ilalabas ng business. It represents the expenditure of cash which can occur from various purposes such as if you're going to purchase goods or services, if you're going to purchase investments, or if you're going to repay debts or any other transactions that brings money into the entity. So like what I have said earlier, there are three main sections in the cash flow statement. The first one is the operating activity section. This section shows the cash generated or used in the primary operations of the business. Usually, the activities involved here are the production, the sales, the payments to suppliers and to the employees or the salary, the labor, and the taxes paid, and any other expenses related to the operation. The positive cash flow from the operating activities, it indicates that the company's core business is generating cash, which is generally a good sign. However, if there is a negative cash flow, it indicates that there is an operational inefficiencies or the business is technically not generating a profit from its operation. The second one is the investing activities. This section shows cash flows from buying and selling long-term assets. So those are the property, plants, and equipments or the investments that you're going to purchase or going to sell. Positive cash flow from the investing activities, it indicates growth or it could be a good investment for your business. The third one is the financing activities. This section includes cash flow related to financing the company. For example, if you're going to issue or repurchase stock, if you're going to borrow or repay debt and loans, or if you're going to pay dividends. For example, also if your business is going to take out a loan para makadagdag doon sa capital, it is also reflected here in the financing activities. Positive cash flow from financing activities can indicate a healthy financing structure. So here are some of the entries that you can find in the operating activities and the investing activity section in the cash flow statement. And also here are the entries that you can find in the financing activity section of the cash flow statement. The usefulness or the advantages of the cash flow statement. First is the liquidity assessment. The cash flow statement helps assess a company's liquidity by showing the sources and uses of cash over a specific period of time. It indicates whether a company has enough cash to cover in short-term obligations, such as if you're going to pay bills, salaries, and other operational activities. By analyzing cash flows from operating activities, investors and creditors can evaluate a company's ability to meet its short-term financial obligations without relying on external financing. The second one is the operating performance. It allows stakeholders to assess a company's operational performance independently. Third is for the investment decisions, in which the information of cash flow statement helps the management in investment decisions to assess the profitability and for future growth of the business. Fourth is the financing structure. The cash flows from financing activities reveal how a company raises and utilizes capital through debt and equity financing. Analysis of cash inflows and outflows from financing activities helps investors understand a company's capital structure, debt repayment capacity, and dividend policy. It also provides insights into management's decision regarding capital allocation and the company's overall financing strategy. The fifth one is the cash management. The cash flow statement assists management in monitoring and managing cash flows effectively by identifying patterns and trends in cash flows and cash inflows and cash outflows. Management can optimize cash management strategies, improve working capital management, and make informed decisions to ensure sufficient liquidity and financial stability. Here is an example of a transaction in which we are going to record in a cash flow statement. In the operating activities, Tech Innovations, a business which generated 1.5 million in cash from customers but paid 1 million to suppliers and employees, 50,000 pesos in interest and 100,000 pesos in taxes. For the investing activities, the company invested 200,000 pesos in purchasing new manufacturing equipment and received 50,000 pesos from the sale of investments. In the financing activities, Tech Innovations raised 300,000 pesos by issuing common stock, repaid 100,000 pesos of long-term debt, and paid 50,000 pesos in dividends. If we are going to record the sample transaction into a cash flow statement, it will look like this. In the operating activities, Tech Innovations received 1.5 million pesos in cash from its customers. This cash comes from sales of its products or services. It will represent a cash inflow. The company paid 1 million to its suppliers and employees. This represents an outflow of cash because the company is spending money to compensate its suppliers for materials and its employees for their work. The Tech Innovations paid 50,000 in interest. This is also a cash outflow representing the cost of borrowing money such as loans or credit facilities. The company paid 100,000 pesos in taxes. This is also a cash outflow representing the portion of its income that it owes to the government in taxes. The net cash from operating activities is 350,000 pesos, indicating a positive cash flow from their core business operation. When it comes to investing activities, the company spent 200,000 pesos on buying new manufacturing equipment. This will represent a cash outflow for the company because it is spending money to acquire an asset. The company received 50,000 pesos from selling some of its investments. This is a cash inflow since the company will receive a money from the sale of an asset, in this case, which is the investment. The net cash used in investing activities is negative 150,000 pesos, indicating a cash outflow for investment. For financing activities, The company raised 300,000 pesos by issuing common stock. This involves selling shares of ownership in the company to investors in exchange for cash. Since the company receives cash in exchange for ownership shares, this will represent a cash inflow. Tech Innovations repaid 100,000 pesos of long-term debt. When a company repays debt, it is reducing its liabilities, which results in a cash outflow. This is because the company is issuing cash to settle its obligations to the creditors. The company paid 50,000 pesos in dividends to its shareholders. Dividends are payments made to shareholders as a distribution of profits. This is a cash outflow for the company because it is distributing cash to its shareholders. So the net cash from financing activities is 150,000 pesos, indicating a net cash inflow from financing activities. If we're going to analyze, the company experienced a net increase in cash of 350,000 pesos. If we're going to add this into their beginning balance, the Tech Innovations will have an ending cash balance of 550,000 pesos. This suggests that Tech Innovations generated more cash than it used during the year. It will indicate a positive cash outflow on the potential financial stability of the business. Another part of the cash flow statement is the free cash flow, which is it is a financial metric used to measure the company's ability to generate cash in acquiring or maintaining the asset. In calculating the free cash flow, we can use this formula. Free cash flow is equal to operating cash flow less the capital expenditures. As I have said earlier, the operating cash flow or OCF is the cash generated from the core operation of the business, typically derived from the cash flow statement, while the capital expenditure or the CAPEX, it represents the amount of money spent on acquiring, maintaining, or improving fixed assets such as the property, plant, and equipment. This information is often found in the company's financial statement or disclosed in its annual report. From the example earlier, the operating cash flow or OCF is 350,000 pesos, which is the net cash from the operating activities. And the capex or the capital expenditure is 200,000 pesos, which is from the investing activities. It is the purchase of new manufacturing equipment. When we calculate the free cash flow or FCF using the formula provided, we can find that FCF is 550,000 pesos. This indicates that after the accounting for both operating cash flow and capital expenditure or CAPEX, the company has a positive free cash flow of 550,000 pesos. A positive free cash flow suggests that the company has generated more cash from its operating activities than it has spent on investment in long-term assets. This surplus cash can be used for various purposes such as paying dividends to shareholders, reducing debt, investing in growth opportunities, or strengthening the company's financial position. Overall, a positive free cash flow is a favorable indicator of a company's financial health and its ability to generate value for its stakeholders. The second topic that was assigned to me is the gross profit variance analysis, which is it is a method used by businesses to understand the factors contributing to changes in their gross profit over a specific period. This is based on the three variances, which are the price variance, cost variance, and the volume variance. If we're going to analyze these variances, businesses can gain insights into the drivers behind changes in gross profit and take appropriate actions. For example, if the price variance is unfavorable, the company might need to revisit its pricing strategy. If the cost variance is unfavorable, it could explore ways to reduce production costs. If the volume variance is unfavorable, It might focus on boosting sales or optimizing production efficiency. Overall, gross profit variance analysis helps businesses make informed decisions to improve profitability. Here are some examples on how are we going to compute the price variance and the cost variance. Using the formula in price variance, it is the actual selling price less the budgeted selling price times the actual quantity sold. And in computing the cost variance, actual cost per unit less the budgeted cost per unit multiplied to the actual quantity sold. If we are going to compute the variances in volume, we can use these examples and the formula given, actual quantity sold less the budgeted quantity sold multiplied to the budgeted selling price. From the example, the price variance is equal to 2,000 pesos. The cost variance is equal to 1,000 pesos and the volume variance is equal to 2,000 pesos. If we are going to compute the gross profit variances, we are going to add the price variance, the cost variance, and the volume variance. So here in our example, we can get gross profit variance of 5,000 pesos. If we're going to analyze, the company gets a 5,000 pesos gross profit variance which is favorable. This indicates the company's actual gross profit exceeded the expected gross profit primarily because of the price, cost, and volume variances which are all favorable. Okay, so that ends the second part of our financial statement analysis report. Thank you all and God bless po.